If you go far enough into the rainforests of Western Canada at just the right time, you can find an abundance of chanterelle mushrooms. Now, the elites don't want you to know this, but the mushrooms in the woods are free. You can take them home. But if you're going to do so, you better do it properly and responsibly, or else the mushroom people, they will find you. This is Steve, one of the mushroom people. I met Steve many years ago hitchhiking in these parts, but that is another story. Steve here is about to take me out and show me the proper way to harvest the mushrooms with his dog, Odie. I certainly made a few mistakes, and should you ever do anything like this, I am going to show you too the proper way.
Yeah, maybe some mushrooms to pick. Might be nothing. I hope there's something. Hope no one got it there before me. It's a popular spot.
If not, we're going to have to put their heads on pikes.
Yeah. And you guys.
Oh,
Mushroom pickers?
We got fellow pickers on the road, Steve.
Oh yeah.
We're hunting mushrooms.
Hunting mushrooms. That's what we're doing.
So how long does it take? Because it was piss and rain last night. How long after a rainfall does it take for the mushrooms to regrow?
Well, that's the thing. Like, mushrooms actually come in like flushes. They don't. So it's kind of like knowledge around the patch that we kind of think it's like they come in like 5 flushes. So the first flush will be the beginning of the season, and then like I don't know, a month later it'll be the second flush, and then another month will be the third.
Okay, so it happens on a longer span than a shorter one.
Yeah.
I just thought some mushroom popped up overnight.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're always, at this time of the year, they're always growing. And so if it was a dry season, like, after a good rainfall, you would start checking approximately, like, a week after. And then the mushrooms should be, like, mature and ready to find. Because otherwise, you might just be walking in grounds that are full of mushrooms, but they just haven't popped out yet. Right?
Yeah, you're doing it too early. Get 'em.
Oh, yeah, but we're going to get some tunage.
Yeah, so have you had hostile experiences with running into people and having to be like, "This is my patch, heathen"?
You know, I've only heard of stories of people, like, you know, getting into those kind of situations. And it's usually, like, honestly, it's more of a more bark than bite kind of situation. It's
Especially out here in Canada.
It's especially in Canada, it's all intimidation. It's not, you know, but people do get a little crazy in the bush, and I've heard stories, so, I mean, it's good to keep your wits about yourself.
And your dog.
And, like, who you, like, bring in the bush. Because, I don't know, I met this one mushroom picker, and he was like, yeah, you can go and pick my spots when I'm not there, but if I go to a spot and you don't leave my spot, well, I'm really good at a tomahawk. Yeah, so.
We got some pickers here. Oh, this is what you thought were your friends last night, wasn't it?
These are some, like, touristy looks. Like, they got some kayaks and stuff. Looks like there's some, like, surfers. Living the surfer life, picking some shrooms.
So have you found magic mushrooms out here?
There's fly agarics that grow out here.
Fly agaric? It's
Yeah.
funny, so many of the mushrooms that you've talked about, I've only heard of them because of either Skyrim or Kingdom Come Deliverance.
I know, right? It's kind of cool how, like, some of these plants in these video games that are coming out. But yeah, it's Fly Amanita, so it's the Mario mushroom, right?
Yeah.
So that's considered psychedelic, but I've never had any. I don't intend to have any because apparently they're very toxic.
Yeah, they can kill you. I wouldn't want to mess with. I wouldn't want to mess with anything like that. I've heard terrible mushroom stories. And a spore print is when you take the caps underneath the mushroom and you, like, press it against something to get an imprint.
You just put it on, you get a white piece of paper and a black piece of paper, and you put the cap on each, and then you'll see if it's easy to see on the white one or the black one. It might be white spores or black spores.
Okay.
Or brown or all kinds of colors.
So it's a color test for what color are the spores.
And what the print looks like. So
Yeah.
it's like a fingerprint.
Yeah.
And it has colors as well. So that's that'd be like the final, like, if you think it is, and you're not, like, totally sure.
And you need to make sure.
And you want to do your final check, do your spore print, and if that's on the same track as everything else. Like it's now you're at 100%. Like yes, this is the mushroom. Like
I can eat this without dying and ending up like that dude from Into the Wild.
yeah, but you've looked at all the details. And
Yeah.
like researched it over a long time, and you made that conscious decision that like you know you can reasonably deduct that this is the right mushroom.
Yep. I also learned from some of my survival books, some of my SAS books, that once you get to that point, you know, you rub a little bit on your wrist, wait 20 minutes, see if irritation arises. Rub a little bit on your lips, wait 20 minutes. Rub it on your tongue, wait 20 minutes. Chew it, and then spit it back out. Wait 20 minutes. And if you're not getting irritation at any step along, because especially when you chew it and spit it out, then your saliva will begin to ingest it, right? And if you get a bad reaction out of that, then well, it's a good thing you didn't fucking eat it, right? And then you start with eating a little bit and waiting a day,
Yeah.
right? And then you can identify that as safe.
And then you're like, oh yeah, that felt good. Feels good in my body.
Or at least it didn't kill me. It didn't make me sick. It didn't make me shit my pants, you know?
Yeah.
Now, when I read this, it was mostly talking about plants, right? Like just vegetation and leaf and stuff like that. I'm not sure if mushrooms would hold up to the same test. Just a little bit of legal disclaimer, man. The rain made my mohawk all floppy and lame. There we go. Gotta get that Stegosaurus crest going. Rah. Taking a turn off the main road into the deep. Yeah. Ooh, Jesus! Yeah. Batten down the hatches. We got invaders. All right, let me adjust this out.
Oh, no, it's here.
Bring it back to 0.
No one's in my spot.
So right now we're cruising along to some of your well-known. Oh, dog's getting excited. He knows we're here.
This is a famous spot amongst pickers. Keep it as DL on the possible because
I don't know where the fuck we are.
It's being secret of your patches because it's like a trade. It's secret, you know. No one will just tell their trade secrets, will they? How do you
never
make
reveals his tricks.
snowboards? No one's gonna tell you because they got a freaking edge on it. Why? Don't get mad at me for having an edge on my game.
Yeah, I have no idea where the hell we are, dude.
All right. So, I want to look around here real quick.
Is it raining? Steve?
Not really.
Okay, well I'm gonna leave, we're gonna switch to the action cam now. Pocket? Where's my GoPro? I'm gonna switch to the action cam now because this is a real nice camera and I don't want to be taking it, so I'm gonna take you, stick you. Now here is my first mistake. Unnecessary environmental destruction. I should not have cut this mushroom just to show Steve. I should have just brought him over in order to identify it. What have I found, Steve? What have I found? I said, what have I found? Jesus, moving right in.
Some that have more of a like that color on top, but it looks like watercolor on top. That's a shrimp one. This is a fucking brown fish I don't know.
So if you don't know, you huck it, right?
Yeah, you hook it.
What about these little white things? These.
Dude, yeah. Found it. Elliot. What about this awesome guy?
Give it a little boop, 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 boop. Spread the spores. Now, oh, you digging out the base?
Yeah, because he's an enormous stem.
Is that the same kind?
No.
There are some discarded mushrooms I see right there. Some some.
Smell that? This is a pine mushroom. Nothing in this world smells like a pine mushroom.
Shiitake.
So, you Now you know.
No, that just smells like a shiitake mushroom. Sorry, dude. No, I know it's not a shiitake. I'm just saying I know what mushrooms smell like. I don't know enough to. Dogs are living on something, eh? Now, assuming your dog is not an inbred couch potato, they are going to have much better senses than you do. Use them. The right dog is a huge asset as an alarm system in the bush, and as a species, we've been using them as sentries longer than we've been working metal. Also, try to avoid getting your dog too amped up and excited in the bush. You want them to be on point and alert.
So, this is where they are. I told you this is the pine zone.
Yeah, there's some human discarded mushrooms over there. Oh, okay. Now, do you follow any type of, like, pattern? Or do you just kind of wander? Huh? Yeah?
This is where they've been growing in this area.
No one...
Another basket.
Okay, so we're looking for those mounds of duff. That's the type of stuff you don't want. Oh, good eye, dude. I walked right past those. What are these? These are more of those pines? Now, do you want those for taste or for value? Okay. The definition of a renewable resource is a natural resource that can be replenished naturally over time, making it sustainable despite its consumption by humans. However, this requires responsible harvesting.
So, pine mushroom, when you pick it, look, I've exposed the mycelium. This has to be re-covered up, so I fucked up on the other one. So when you pick them, you gotta, oh, look at that meat. So that's the thing, that's how you identify pine mushrooms. You need someone else to, like,
So you cover the mycelium up just for the benefit of the forest, right?
If you don't do that, this is what happened in the past. People would rake moss patches to find. Dude, you didn't see that one? Dude, they just keep exposing themselves.
I'm good luck, dude. You should bring me more often. So what Steve got partway through explaining there was the existence and maintenance of what's called mycelium. Mycelium is basically an organic fiber optic network that spans and connects the entire forest, allowing plants to share nutrients with each other. What Steve is doing with these specific pine mushrooms is covering the patch that he harvested them from in order to protect the underlying mycelium, because of how far down the mushrooms had to be harvested. Almost like there's dirt down there.
Yes, that's it. Put the dirt on. So break a little bit of the most dirt, but try to maintain. Don't break the veil.
What's the veil? You just pointed vaguely.
Where the stem meets the cap. Under that, there's some gills. Let's take this guy.
I can almost see the spores. I kind of just want to, like...
See, these guys, the veils aren't even broken yet. They're not even...
So do I put this in here? Or this is a chanterelle bucket? You want to keep these separate?
Pine bucket. Why don't we put the pine bucket? So yeah, dig that one out. Okay, let's look at that. Oh, there's an amanita growing right here.
It was at this moment that we discovered that we had made a terrible mistake. Yo! Yeah! I don't think my door's locked. I thought you said, I asked, I'm like, we're locking the truck, right? And you said, yup, we're gonna take the keys and we're gonna put them outside, and you took them.
Well, mushroom patch number 1. Not a success like we hope. It rained like crazy last night, so all the water levels are too high. Got a couple little white ones, pine mushrooms. Oh, Odie, you're smooshed. Got a couple little white ones, a couple chanterelles, but now we're inbound to patch 2.
369.
Also off of mushroom patch 1, Elliot pulled his signature move and locked the keys in the car. But Fear not for Steve using his bushcraft skills.
He
Just
also locked his keys in his car once.
yeah, from previously locking your keys.
So
Yeah, just use the antenna and the bucket of the handle, and 15 minutes later, here we are sitting in the truck. So let's not do that again. End of day one. On our way back into town to get gas. I got about half a basket. How many pounds do you think we got in all, Steve?
well, it was a slow day today. We got 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Normally we're shooting for at least 40 per person.
Oh, I was dicking around though, so I don't think 40 for me counts.
Well, there's a lot of dicking around. First of all, the original bridge was out.
Yeah, that was all washed out. That water level was way higher than we thought it was going to be.
Way higher. It's the highest that water level's ever been. So we had to take a long way around, which was like, how long of a hike do you think that was? It was like 45 minutes.
To the bridge and back at least. Yeah.
To the spot and to the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long hike.
And I'm wearing these freaking gungaloosh water boots. Was not totally prepared for that. This little sucker just gets to run around off leash, ripping all up and down the forest. And now he is pattooters. Isn't that right, buddy?
Oh, he totally is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good day though. We found like 3 pounds of pines.
Oh yeah.
We found like another 3 pounds of boletes. Those boletes, we'll show you those
In a bit, yeah. And Steve found the stuff to make invisibility potions. I'm gonna make some invisibility potions with this.
Oh yeah.
By the time we managed to get back to camp, it was long past dark and pissing rain, and we had just enough time to set up camp, eat dinner, and pass out.
Well, here we are in the depths of the forest. It was pissing rain last night when we got in. Just had enough time to set up camp, and we are getting ready to go hunt mushrooms today. Which way does this flip? That way.
How would you say your balance is?
Pretty good. Why?
Well, just because I'm thinking of taking the hard way through to the stag point then.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm alright. I don't have the greatest boots, but
I just want to take a look. We'll take a look, and if it's good, then we can do it. But if we can't, then we'll go along with it.
yeah. Alright, so I'm taking this to keep them in good shape, that to keep too much shit from getting in the bin. What's with the holes in yours? Why have you put holes in yours? Just water drainage?
Water drainage.
Oh, because you pick while it's pissing rain.
It's mainly for water drainage. Some people say it like helps spread the spores around the forest. And stuff,
Okay, yeah. That's cool.
right?
Because as you're bouncing around the sport, you're just leaving a little Hansel and Gretel trail of mushroom goodies.
That's the goal.
What are you hunting for?
Straps.
Looking for them ratchet straps.
These straps.
Or is it the strap that you've wrapped around the tree?
No, it's not a ratcheting thing,
Okay.
right? Oh, I got a slingshot?